Hi guys, Shamion here. I hope all is well. Today I am going to do a baked chicken for you all. This was requested like about 3 weeks ago, right? And I'm now getting a chance to cover it. On my cutting board, you are seeing a chicken that it's not frozen chicken in Trinidad. We have our chicken prepared freshly at the depot, which is DEPOT, right? And we are able to choose and what they do, they lay them out in clear plastic bags, and we are translucent plastic bags, newly used bags for the chicken alone, and we are able to choose based on price and weight which chicken we might want. We are also able to ask our butcher at the said depot how we tell them how we want our chicken cut. So for me, I always get my chicken cut in 8 a lot of times. Also, if you are a caterer, this is a nice size for you to always gravitate towards because it gives you better sharing. It works better for you to share, right? So even if you are doing stew, you can do it this way also. The breast, however, will be a little too big, so you will not have them cut that in 2, because if you are doing stew, keep in mind a lot of places they sell it like this. They sell the leg alone. Even the top and well-known places they sell it like that. So I always have it cut in 8. I've been doing this for a lot of years, right? Even to serve home, I cut it in 8. It just makes more sense. Also, when you are doing baked chicken, you want to leave the skin on of your chicken. It makes some moist chicken that is really nice and moist, right? Because why I said that, if there is an option, like for me sometimes, depending on the style of chicken I'm cooking, I will ask my butcher to remove my skin. Yes, you can ask them to remove your skin for you, right? Also, when I'm baking chicken, I'm covering everything at the beginning. When I'm baking chicken, I cover it with aluminum foil so that it does not dry out. So this chicken that I'm going to do today is a dry rub, a smoky barbecue rub, right? A smoky barbecue rub. You all have seen it, right? This is the top of it. So rub with love. It's also gluten-free, right? It's an all-purpose smoky barbecue rub, right? So of course it can go on veggie. I was just about to say that because sometimes, you know, there are techniques where people do the carrots and so forth, juliennes. You can make your potato wedges. As we progress with things, I'm going to do a couple of these things for you all. It's a brand by Tom Gogglers. I got it at an exclusive store right here in West Trinidad, right? You all can watch the video on that blog, right? This is how it looks. The color is just brilliant, right? It looks like it has some paprika, I'm sure, just by watching it. There is paprika in there, and there is probably some chili powder. Paprika have this nice bright look about it, right? There's also thyme in there. You are seeing the real thyme in there, right? Just gorgeous. And this is one of the things with these gourmet shops. You get what you pay for. You will not access this at a local, regular, everyday supermarket. Even if it's the high-end ones, that's all the question, right? And keep in mind, it's also gluten-free. If you can't access this rub, and you might say, Shamion, what am I to do if I want a chicken dry rub? Listen to me. For years, I've been making my own dry rub. You will need all powdered stuff. So you will need some paprika, let's say a tablespoon, depending on the size of your chicken or turkey. You will need some paprika, some garlic and onion powder, or granulated onion and garlic powder. If you want a more kind of gingery taste, you can put some ginger powder. You can put a bit of mustard in there. You can put a bit of mustard powder in there. You can put 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, right? And you can just keep building from there depending on the flavor you are looking for. When you are finished putting a tablespoon of all of those things, and of course salt, some iodized salt, the sea salt will be a little too cost. When you are done putting all of that tablespoon, measuring them out, just get it into a container and stir well, right? And that's your rub right there, right? Now that I've covered that, just let me briefly work on my chicken. Already have my sheet here waiting, my baking sheet. I'm just going to put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. It helps to act as an adhesive. It acts as an adhesive. This is just some I didn't buy it on this paper that it's on. I just wanted it to look very organic, so I put it on some unbleached parchment paper. You guys know how I do things, right? So if you don't have this oil, or even if you are going for Asian flavor, you can also do like a Chinese style chicken at home. Just buy the complete Chinese seasoning at your supermarkets. They are readily available. However, don't use plenty. The salt in those things or the sodium is ridiculous, right? But what you can do if you are going for Chinese inspired flavor or taste is simply use sesame oil on it instead for intense flavor, right? So I've covered that with you all, okay? So now we always start by doing the back of your chicken first, right? So I'm just going to start by putting on always wash your hands, and you guys know I'm wearing gloves, so I'm just going to start by putting on some of the dry rub onto the back of my chicken first, right? Because remember, it's always presented upside. It's a complete season and it's smoked. As I am saying, smoke. If you want, I'm using the hand that didn't touch the meat, of course. If you want smoke flavor, there is a place I know, Essence House, that sells smoke. The only thing is those things taste so sometimes so artificial that I could barely stand it, right? So you guys saw that I walked through everything with you. So if you might be saying, Shamion, you call out all the ingredients for dry rub, but you don't speak about the smoke element, just simply go or ask me and I comment and I will tell you where you can get that. Send me an email preferably, because I'm not doing any marketing for anyone, right? My show isn't sponsored content just yet, my channel, right? So I stay clear of these things. But if you want to get the smoke to buy, it's in liquid form though, just send me a message on the email address for the business, which is Food by Shamion, and I will reply to you in a timely manner. I guarantee that, right? You don't ever want to put too much of these things on your poultry, right? So the brilliant color we already have. And I am not going to put it to marinate, because when these things hit, most times the Americans and the people in the international world, they don't cook like us. And I have tried their recipe, their methods of cooking, and it works just perfectly well, right? There is no need for this to sit anywhere to marinate before it's ready to bake. You can also put chicken done like this on the grill. I happen to only love dry rub, so grilling. I don't really season my chicken with green local seasonings for it to grill or fry. I happen to love dry rub a lot, right? So this is how easy it is to be done, right? When you make your own, you do the same thing, of course, right? If you are going for more Italian flavor chicken, you just look for the complete Italian seasoning that is readily available at any supermarket, right? So I'm just going to give a rub of this set that I just put on, right? I want to just make sure, because it was the breast that the inner part got some, like down there, yeah, and we are the thigh also, inner part, just a bit. Yeah, clean your chicken. Remember to clean your chicken, right? I don't think I have to tell any Trinidadian that, or do I? There are times if I'm doing a dry rub chicken also, I'll put a bit of aromatic bitters in there. The brand we get here locally and is preferred is Angostura. You know, sometimes I'm very direct with the brands I use, right? I don't think I'm seeing any other brands over here just yet. Right? Give it a little massage and then get it onto your tray or in your baking dish, right? You all know the time. You all know what I say about time and support in oven. It varies on if your stove is gas or electric or your range. In America they call it a range, and the make and model of it, right? Just monitor it heavily, and of course don't put it on the rack that is lower to the floor of your oven. Always put it high to play it safe. So you're gonna bake it first for, let's say this one, if this is gonna go for 40 minutes, bake it first 30 with your aluminum foil cover over it. I'm going to show you guys me covering it, and then at the last 10 minutes, final 10 minutes of baking, remove it and just let it cook open for color. You are going to have very moist chicken, okay? So I'm just going to cover it like this. So it's going to show you all, right? And that's that. Of course, wrap your edges like this around all your corners and you are done. You all understood what I did? It's very easy, right? Alright guys, so we'll watch to see the perfection that we have at the end. So guys, we have reached the end of our chicken, which is a smoky barbecue rub chicken. You'll remember at the start I showed you guys what I use and all of that. So I'm just going to take it off and plate it, right? I'm just going to put it onto my plate, right? And then garnish it with some freshly chopped, it looks just gorgeous by the way, right? Some freshly chopped sides. I keep repeating myself, but the side I want to say is not parsley today. I know it's amazing that I'm not using parsley, right? But I want a more stronger flavor as it's a barbecue smoked meat, right? So that's why I'm not using the parsley on it, right? It's cooked to perfection, literally cooked to perfection. And this is the reason why you want to use the aluminum foil. It's cooked so good, it's actually just coming off the bone. This is the reason why I want to use it. You see how the tray looks? Yeah, this is the reason you want to use that at all time, because now you are seeing what you will have had to scrub off this off of your tray. Really, that's what you will have to do if you did not put on aluminum foil. So I'm just gonna garnish with my parsley, my freshly chopped sides, right? You can garnish with whatever you like, just don't use Sharon Benny. Right, just gonna hit it with a bit all over. Right? I happen to love freshly chopped side a lot too. It's just that it's so powerful that a lot of times I can't put it onto stuff. The parsley is much more supple, so that's why it's my go-to garnish, right? Guys, the pleasure was my own. You guys know the business is all over social media. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and of course the YouTube channel, all under the name Food by Shamion. There's an email address for the business if you want to come into direct contact with me, which is foodbyshamion@gmail.com. All common letters. Guys, the pleasure was my own. Until I'm with you all, bye, and thanks for watching.